Hello guys and girls, I'm Dark Soul V and I'm finally back to do another vlog video. I apologize for being gone for so long. I've been fighting with an ear infection and I've never had an ear infection before. I don't know if they're usually that bad, but this one was definitely really bad. It was giving me headaches, it was very debilitating, it was messing with my sleep. But now I'm feeling a lot better. I went to the doctor, got some antibiotics, which I had to pay for all out of pocket, which sucks. I really need to get back on healthcare. So E3 has given us a bit to talk about. I will say that there was not a whole lot at E3 this year that really grabbed my interest. However, there are some things that are really crazy and cool to talk about. And then on the other hand, there's also some stuff that's really disappointing to talk about. But before we get into that, I want to talk really quickly about that intro you guys just saw. I made that myself. I didn't have it commissioned or anything. It's not very high quality, but I think it's really cool for something that I just sat there and did in the matter of maybe took me like an hour or two to do, and I think it's just really cool. I'm really proud of it. On top of that, I now have a boom and pop filter for my microphone. You can't really see it. I'm trying to keep it out of the shot, and it's just hard to get a good shot in this room anyway. But I ordered these, and it's really going to help it's going to help a little bit for my YouTube videos, but it's also really going to help for my Twitch streams. If you guys are interested, I do stream on Twitch, usually twice a week, sometimes more. And it's usually on my weekends. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below. And aside from that, right now my girlfriend and I are saving up some money to get moved to a better town. We're in a kind of crappy apartment. You notice the lighting isn't that great. I have a lamp here, but it's not doing much. And sometimes the background light flickers. It looks like I'm in front of a green screen, which is not the case. I don't know why it does that. I guess because the lighting is so bad. Yeah, there it goes. Damn. But we're saving up some money to get moved to a nicer apartment. Hopefully I'll get an apartment where we'll have better lighting. Hopefully it'll have better sound, which I don't think there's really a problem with echo. I have a little foam here and on this other wall, but I don't really think I have a problem with echo because this apartment's so crappy. So, you know, I'm doing some things trying to improve my quality of my videos. Also, you'll notice this is a little pixelated. It's because I have my webcam zoomed in really far. Because if I had it zoomed out really far, I would be very tiny, and you would get a shot of the room, and there's not anything pretty to look at in here. The walls obviously aren't pretty. Hey, there's the shadow from the foam. And it's not a great backdrop, but when we get moved, we should have an extra room that we can use for our game room, and I'm going to have like all my gaming shit stored in this room. I'm going to have shelves with a lot of cool stuff on it. It's going to be really cool. I can't wait to get that going. Anyway, moving along. E3, there were a few things I wanted to talk about. First off, Bethesda was a little disappointing for me this year. They announced a remake for Skyrim for the consoles where they're going to have better graphics and mods compatibility. And I do think it's really cool that it's going to have mods compatibility because console gamers, well, people who only game on consoles didn't get to enjoy mods on Skyrim. And mods are a big part of Skyrim in my opinion. I couldn't go back to vanilla Skyrim or vanilla Fallout 4 either. Mods, man, they make the game totally different and usually a lot better. Then on the other hand, they started out with this trailer and it was very obviously set in the Elder Scrolls universe. And I was just thinking, oh shit, they're finally going to announce Elder Scrolls 6. Well, not finally, it's not been a super long time. But they're finally going to announce Elder Scrolls 6. I was getting really hyped. And then it's a card game. It's Elder Scrolls Legends. I don't play a lot of card games. I don't know if you guys do. I'm sure a lot of you do. I know Hearthstone is a really big digital-only card game, and then Magic has pretty much dominated the physical card game for years. I'm assuming it's going to be a digital-only game, and I just don't think there's a need for another card game on the market. But, you know, maybe a lot of people will enjoy it, it'll be good, but it was just kind of a kick to the nuts for me, really hoping for another Elder Scrolls game, because I wasn't a big fan of vanilla Skyrim. I felt like it wasn't as good as Oblivion. I played Oblivion a lot more than I played Skyrim, even with mods. And I was playing vanilla Oblivion. So I was really hoping for another Elder Scrolls so they'd take another crack at it and maybe get this one better. I could go into detail of why I didn't enjoy Skyrim, but that would take too long. So maybe I'll talk about that in another video. On a brighter note, Capcom showed... or I guess it wouldn't be Capcom, Microsoft showed Dead Rising 4, which is really cool because I'm a huge fan of the Dead Rising series. I feel like the Dead Rising series is something that Capcom hasn't trashed yet, but Cool thing was that they showed Frank West advertising Frank West returns, Frank West, and that's really cool. However, it looked like they have completely changed the face for Frank West, which is kind of a drag. And then on top of that, I'm pretty sure they have a new voice actor for Frank. And at that point, I don't see why it's even like, oh my god, Frank West is back. Because it's not going to be the same character. They might have the same personality, but with a different face and a different voice actor, I don't know, I really liked the Frank West from the first game, and then Off the Record and Case West. Like, I just thought that guy was nailing it. But hopefully it'll be a really good game, hopefully it'll be fun. It's a little weird that Frank is also seemingly younger than he was in Off the Record, so that kind of makes me think this is going to be a prequel of some sort. They also kind of made him seem like a psychopath in the trailer with the Christmas tree and the zombies tied up in it and shit. So maybe in this one Frank will be a psycho, which would be kind of cool and kind of fucked up. So speaking of zombies, there was another game. I'm usually only keeping an eye out for games that it's a series that I've already been into during E3. But this one is called I think it was Days Gone. I should have refreshed myself on this before I shot this video. Everybody thought it was like a sequel to Last of Us when they first showed it, but it's actually a different series. It's called Days Gone, and it's like zombies and lots of zombies. And some people are saying that they're sick of zombie games. I am not one of those people. I love most zombie games. There are very few that I've played that I don't love, and Days Gone seems like it's going to be really cool. They were showing lots and lots of zombies, and they were coming at you in like a I would say like a hive mind kind of fashion. Like, they weren't really swarming the player, at least not in this gameplay they showed, which was obviously heavily scripted. They seemed to be coming at him in a hive mind kind of fashion, and he was doing things that slowed them down, and some of the things I thought was kind of silly that it was slowing him down. But even so, it looked like a really cool game, and I'm always excited about a new zombie game. And then another game that I've been kind of keeping an eye out for, but it's been pushed back so many times that I kind of just forgot about it. But the new Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I think is what it's called, looks really cool to me. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it just looks like Elder Scrolls clone or something. I can definitely kind of see that. It's definitely more open and less linear looking. I don't know, I feel like as long as they keep the basic core Legend of Zelda style and then do other twists to it, it'll be fine, because every Legend of Zelda game has its twists. Like, they haven't done the exact same game every time. Every game has kind of a twist, and this twist is just a really big twist. It's like it twisted it and then flipped it upside down and threw it in a washing machine. You know, hopefully as long as it keeps that core Legend of Zelda style, it'll be a really fun game still. And I'm actually looking forward to it. Then on the opposite end of that, my other favorite game series, Resident Evil, they released that demo and that trailer, and it's Resident Evil 7, and I'm obviously not too excited about it. So a lot of people were really stoked about PT when that was shown. I think it was at last E3, but then it was unfortunately canceled. Well, it seems like Capcom decided to pick up those pieces and try to give people that same kind of experience. So Resident Evil 7 just looks like a straight horror experience in my opinion. It doesn't look like it's going to be survival horror. And I've talked a lot about how the Resident Evil franchise has been pretty much driven into the ground. They got too hyped about Resident Evil 4, because Resident Evil 4 was a great game. And then they tried to keep going in that direction with 5, and it was like, it was okay. And then they went with Resident Evil 6, and it was just awful. It was a complete action game, no fun. And what I've been hoping they would do for Resident Evil 7 is go back to the classic style. Not doing a remake. They've been doing remakes, which is okay. I feel like there's too many remakes on the market. But if they actually remake Resident Evil 2, I do think that would be a game worth remaking. But I've been hoping that for Resident Evil 7 they would do an actual sequel in the same style as the first 3 games that all of us classic Resident Evil fans loved. So I was really hoping they would get back to the roots, because I'm a classic fan. I do enjoy 4 a lot, and 5 is okay. It's a great co-op experience. And 6 is trash. So I was really hoping that with 7 they would go back to the classic style and I would get what I finally wanted again. But unfortunately they're just going on a different style altogether. A lot of people are stoked about it, but I really just think that's because of Silent Hills having been cancelled. So that kind of sucks for me. And then talking about PT, it seems that they've picked up those pieces and are putting together a new game called Deathly... Damn it, what was it called? I don't know, Death Stranded or something. But it's going to have that guy from The Walking Dead playing the main character again. And it looks super creepy. They showed like 5 things standing in the sky at the end of the video, which gave it a really creepy feel. I really liked that. And don't get me wrong, when I was talking about Resident Evil 7, I do like that style of game, that horror game. But I just didn't want that for Resident Evil. So I'm really excited about this new game. I'm pretty sure it's called Death Strand. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll definitely look it up after this and probably be wrong. So those are all the games that caught my attention. There were a few others, but nothing I was super excited or super disappointed about. So aside from the games, we got a lot of hardware news from Microsoft with the Xbox One S, which looks really cool. And that's really great for me because I have been holding off on getting a console, a next-gen console, primarily for lack of money and also trying to save up, but also just because I kind of expected this new slim model to come out. But then on top of that, they made my decision even more difficult because they've announced Project Scorpio. And I'm really excited about Project Scorpio because it sounds like they're trying to change the console game altogether, and I think that could be really cool. There's a lot to think about with Project Scorpio. It sounds like they want to take it more in the direction of PC, where there's no more generations and it's just kind of like, will your hardware run the game that you want to play? So I'm really excited about it. I'm also kind of concerned about it, and on top of that, now I feel like I shouldn't get an Xbox One S until I know what the price point for the Xbox Scorpio is going to be, because if it's affordable, I definitely want to go for the Scorpio. So that was pretty much it, guys. There wasn't really anything else that grabbed my attention during E3. I may have forgotten some things. I might talk about some things in another video. But that was it for now. I should probably get ready for work pretty soon. So tell me, was there anything in E3 that really caught your attention? Do you disagree with some of the things I talked about in this video? If so, feel free to comment, let me know, because I'm really interested in other people's opinions and how they feel about these things. On top of that, if you enjoyed this video, this is, I think, my second vlog video. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button because I'm trying to get a feel on what I should do for my channel. I'm trying to expand it some. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and catch my next video. Bye, guys.
That hit him? Oh, yes! I'm doing so good right now. I'm going to win this. Come on, guys. I'm going to win. Hit that. I don't think I knew that, but that's okay. Oh, no, I hit the wall. That means I'm going to catch up. Don't catch up.